Hello there, and welcome to today's episode of the Easy EdTech Podcast. My name is Monica Burns, and I am so glad that you're here to join me today. If you want to make the most of education technology, aka EdTech, well, you are in the right place. My goal has always been to help make EdTech easier and give you ideas you can try yourself, share with a colleague, or bookmark for later in the school year. Every Tuesday here on the Easy EdTech Podcast, you'll hear stories from my time in the classroom, the work I do now with schools and districts, and my travels to different EdTech events. Get ready for solo episodes where I share some quick tips and stories, and interviews full of practical ideas and stories from new guests each month. If we mention something you'd like to check out, make sure to click the link. You'll find it in the episode description or the summary area where you're listening to this podcast, or you can find every episode and all of the resources we mention by going to classtechtips.com/podcast, or by going to classtechtips.com and just clicking on the Easy EdTech Podcast button at the top of the page. This episode is sponsored by my Easy EdTech Club, a membership designed to help K-12 educators save time and simplify technology integration. When you join, you'll get instant access to dozens of months' worth of content from the past couple of years, plus new masterclasses, guides, and resources each month. It's all self-paced, so you can dive in whenever it works for your schedule. Head to easyedtechclub.com to learn more and sign up. That's easyedtechclub.com for all the details. Today's episode is all about AI prompts for families and some easy ways to get started. Now, this past spring, just earlier this year in March, I had the opportunity to work with a wonderful group of educators and families who were curious about all things AI. It was a great evening, lots of questions, lots of stories from home and school, and a lot of interest about how to explore AI as a family. Now, my focus is on curriculum connections, ways teachers can use AI, but with so many questions coming from educators, from families too, around how they can have some thoughtful conversations with their children, how they can leverage AI behind the scenes. There's lots of parallels to the work I do with educators. So this was a really fun topic to explore. A group that I connected with in the past that asked me to come in and run this family night. We did it in person, which was really great too. I think, virtual is always a nice option, but in person is great when we can make it happen. So I put together this blog post that covers a little bit of what we did at the workshop and a PDF that you can reference with all the AI prompts in it. So you'll find all of these in a corresponding blog post. I'll link right out to it. I'll also link out to the free download here in the show notes so that you can grab it. And of course, if you have any trouble finding anything on my blog or podcast resource links, so anything you can't find, just send me an email. That's monica@classtechtips.com. Respond to my Monday newsletter. Reach out to me on Instagram. I was just answering a bunch of post-ISTE DMs this morning. So there's plenty of ways to make sure you get these resources in your hand. So today we're going to go into some what I think of as kind of low lift strategies that if you are wearing a parent, caregiver, family hat, sure, of course, right, you could put these into action in your own environment. But really with my educator audience, even with my mom hat on, you might want to share some of these with families, right, in your community. I saved this episode for the Tuesday right after July 4th. I'm recording this to you the week before. I just got back from the ISTE conference in Orlando. But I wanted this episode to come right at the start of the summer so that you'd have some things maybe you could share out with families in July, in August, add to a back to school newsletter if you play around with it a bit. So plenty of ways to use these. Let's jump right into the list. First up is to plan a family day trip. You could let AI help you discover some fun, affordable outings near your home. So instead of spending time scrolling through search results or trying to find things you bookmarked on Instagram, you can ask a chatbot to pull together some day trip ideas tailored to your family's interests and location. You don't have to give any specific personal private information. You can speak really generally. Like for me, I would probably put in something like, I have a little one who's not walking just yet, although he's close. We live in North Jersey. What's nearby that we can do for a half day that'll get us home before nap time, right? So I could put in something kind of general like that, not super specific, and see what ideas I'm able to get back. Next up, number 2, is to get conversation ideas for family dinner. So you can make dinner time more fun, a little more connected with some creative questions. And you can ask an AI chatbot to generate conversation starters that are age appropriate, get everyone at the table talking, laughing. Maybe you use a prompt like, give me 10 fun would you rather questions I can ask at dinner time to my kids who are between the ages of 8 and 14 or something like that. Number 3 is to get a kid-friendly explanation. When kids ask big questions, AI can help you find an answer or extra resources. Maybe it's a science question, something about the world around them. A chatbot can break down complex ideas in language that makes sense for young learners. This is a really great way to use AI together, sitting side by side with a child. You can go through the whole fact-checking process, like this sounds just about right. Let's go and fact-check this from another source. Number 4 is to create a weekly meal plan. You can get some dinner ideas tailored to your family's tastes, dietary needs, your schedule. This is one of those AI prompts that a lot of families really love because it can save some time during a busy week. You can say, make a quick weekly dinner plan for a family of 4. We don't eat this, but my kids love to eat that. You could even say, these are some things we have in our pantry that are going to expire soon. This is some fresh food we got from our garden that we want to add in. So you could get as specific or keep it super general. So first 4 on our list are to plan a family day trip, get conversation ideas for family dinner, get a kid-friendly explanation, and create a weekly meal plan. Number 5 is to create a bedtime story. Have AI write a personalized bedtime story starring your child's favorite animals, characters, themes, a wonderful way to use AI together with your child and really let their imagination guide the experience. So you might say, write a short story about a bunny named Maple who goes on an adventure in an enchanted forest. So you could get as specific or as general as you want, just a 1-sentence prompt like the one I shared, or something that goes a little more detail. Number 6 is to get personalized book recommendations. You can ask a chatbot for book suggestions based on what your child already loves. So if your child just finished a book, then they couldn't put it down, AI can help you find the next thing on their reading list. It's also a good prompt to try together as a family because kids will then see like, oh, like this is what I love. And the chatbot sees that and it's giving me a recommendation. So you might say, my 12-year-old daughter loved the book, The Evolution of Calpurnia Tate. What other books might she like? And see what comes up on the list and take that with you onto your next library trip. Speaking of trips, number 7 is to make a road trip playlist. You can keep everyone entertained on long car rides with a little help from AI. A chatbot can put together a family-friendly playlist, maybe even suggest car games that the whole family can enjoy together. So you could try a prompt like, we have a 2-hour road trip with kids ages 5 and 11. Give us car games to play and suggest a playlist with songs the whole family can sing along to. Of course, you could say, we like this kind of genre. This is one of our favorite songs. So plenty of directions to take this in. Number 8 is to make a chore chart or a family schedule. You can create an age-appropriate system to keep your household running smoothly. AI can help you design a chore chart or family schedule that takes into account your children's ages, abilities. You can customize it as your family needs change too. So your prompt might be, create a simple weekly chore chart for two kids, put in their ages, and then with age-appropriate tasks. And you could upload an example, say what's worked for you in the past, what hasn't worked for you, plenty of ways to customize it. Number 9 is to help with homework explanations. When a child's stuck on a homework problem, you might ask AI to explain a concept in a kid-friendly way. Now, of course, this isn't about getting answers. It's about finding a new way to understand a tricky concept. So you can sit with your child, explore the explanation together. And if you're an educator looking for, more ideas like this, helping with everyday tasks, I have a new blog post I'll link out to. It's called 3 Time-Consuming Tasks AI Can Help Teachers Tackle. So this might be more of a parent task list, right? Helping out with homework help, but I've got plenty for educators on the blog too. Number 10, the last one on our list, is to plan a garden together. Perfect for summertime if you're spending time outside, even if you're setting things up for another season, or you can say, get advice on what to plant, when to plant it, and how to involve kids. So your prompt might go something like, we want to start a garden with our kids you put in the region, what's easy to grow, and when should we plant? So good hands-on activity, good low to no screen time activity, but AI can definitely help you figure out what works best. So as I mentioned earlier, most of my work is around educator use cases for ed tech, including AI, everything from gathering ideas for an upcoming lesson to finding the right AI-powered tools. But it was so much fun working with this group of educators and families earlier this year and making sure they have some practical ideas that they can use right away. And all of these AI prompts, just starting points, ready for you to customize to make them your own. And if you're interested in doing a workshop or webinar like this with your school community, reach out to me. Would love to hear from you. Or of course, if you're more educator focused, I'm booking webinars and workshops for this upcoming school year already. So feel free to reach out to chat about that too. So let's make this EdTech easy with a few key points from the episode. Use AI to quickly generate ideas for family activities and outings. Ask AI to explain complex topics in kid-friendly language. Create personalized resources like bedtime stories, meal plans, and chore charts. And model responsible AI use by exploring prompts like these together as a family. Remember, you can find the show notes and the full list of resources from today's episode by heading to easyedtechpodcast.com. This episode is sponsored by my Easy EdTech Club, a membership designed to help K-12 educators save time and simplify technology integration. When you join, you'll get instant access to dozens of months' worth of content from the past couple of years, plus new masterclasses, guides, and resources each month. It's all self-paced, so you can dive in whenever it works for your schedule. Head to easyedtechclub.com to learn more and sign up. That's easyedtechclub.com for all the details. Thank you for listening to this new episode of the Easy EdTech Podcast. I love creating new episodes for you each week, but I could use a bit of help spreading the word about the podcast. Can you leave a rating or review on your favorite podcast app? Spotify will let you tap on the stars, and Apple Podcasts will let you tap on the stars and leave a 1 or 2 sentence review. Thank you so much for taking this extra step. It helps other educators find episodes like this one when they're searching for EdTech tips.